What's up guys, it's your girl Chelsea, the wannabe Hecate. This is my second time filming this video. I had filmed it last week, and then when I went to edit it a few days later, I discovered that the audio was completely screwed up and the whole video, it was like 30 minutes long. It was trash. I'm really hoping that this one is okay. I won't know until after I'm done filming it, So today I'm going to be talking about the Mars and Aries transit again. I've already made another video about this, so this is going to be kind of a companion video to go with that one. In the other video, I talked about how Mars transiting Aries is going to affect you based on your rising sign. We talked about where Mars would be transiting house-wise in your chart. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how the Mars and Aries transit affects you based on your sun sign. Mars is going to be in Aries for the rest of the year, so all the things we talk about in this video apply to the next 6 months. Roughly. The core of what we're going to be discussing in this video is what we call aspects in the astrology community. I have discussed aspects a few times in my Analyzing Celebrity Birth Chart series, so if you've seen those videos, you've seen me talk about a few aspects like conjunctions and trines, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. Mars is the planet of your goals and ambitions, how you go after what you want, and the sun is going to be how you express yourself and how you put yourself out there. What we're going to be looking at is how Mars, which can be a very fiery planet, is affecting your sun and affecting your personality and how you are putting yourself out there. A disclaimer that I would like to make though is that this is a very basic video just talking about basic aspects between Mars and the sun, and it may not necessarily 100% apply to you, and that's okay. There's a lot of different factors in your chart and in the constantly moving planets that are going to affect you in a myriad of ways. If anything, I want these videos to be more like education based, and I want to teach people about what an aspect is, learning like the difference between the different aspects and what they do, as opposed to like telling your future necessarily. As always, the times for all of the different signs are going to be in the caption, so you can skip to whatever sign you'd like to. There will also be a link for the companion video to this video in the caption as well. If you guys ever have questions about anything I say in any of my videos, or you have personalized tarot or astrology questions, just shoot me an email or a DM over on Instagram, or you can comment below and I will get back to you. We can chat. I would love to hear any questions that you ever have for me. Now, if you have Aries sun, Mars is going to be transiting conjunct your natal sun. A conjunction happens when two planets are in the same sign, obviously. So having Mars in Aries and having your sun in Aries, it's going to have you feeling a surge in your energy and definitely a higher drive to express yourself. Since the sun is about how we express ourselves in the outer world and our behaviorisms, and Mars, of course, is our goals and our ambitions, how we go after them. Having Mars transiting so closely to your sun over the next 6 months is definitely going to have you taking a lot of action and feeling very impulsive and wanting to jump into things. You're definitely going to find yourself feeling more assertive and headstrong. While you're just like steamrolling over everything, you just have to be careful of the damage you can cause or the consequences you could experience for all of this impulsive action that you want to take. Your instinct is not to think things through right now, but that's what you have to remember to do so it doesn't come back to "this video is not made for kids" bite you in the ass. If you have Gemini or Aquarius sun, Mars is going to be transiting sextile your natal sun. A sextile happens when planets are 2 signs apart, or like 30 to 60 degrees, I want to say. A sextile is generally considered one of the softer aspects. It's definitely more harmonious and chill. So having Mars and Sun in a sextile is going to have you feeling a lot more focused. Should be feeling more driven and motivated over the next 6 months. Don't be afraid to just jump in head first on stuff. Mars in Aries is all about impulsiveness, and you're definitely going to be feeling that, and it's definitely okay for you to act on those impulses. Any new projects that you start under this transit usually will be pretty successful. So it's basically just a really good time for you to release any inhibitions you have. Don't be negative with yourself or doubt yourself. Put your ideas into action and see where they go. Also, don't be afraid to collaborate with other people and receive help from them. Remember that you don't have to do it all on your own, and sometimes other people's viewpoints can be really helpful to you when you've been looking at something so long. Sometimes you just need a fresh pair of eyes. If you have Cancer or Capricorn sun, Mars is going to be transiting square your natal sun. A square happens when planets are 3 signs apart. Squares can be one of the tougher aspects in astrology. They can bring a little bit of tension and stress to whatever areas of life the planets that are in the aspect rule over. They don't necessarily have to be like scary or bad. It's just a time where you might be experiencing more obstacles or ways for you to build character, if you will. You gotta Bob Ross it. So having Mars, which is a very spicy planet, squaring your sun, how you express yourself. This can make you maybe take things a little more personally over the next 6 months, so you kind of have to watch out for that. It can also kind of be a time where you feel like you have to prove yourself more. It's very important under this transit that you try your best not to accumulate inner tension and bottle things up. Make sure that you confront things as they arise. You can decisively move on from it once it's been dealt with instead of sweeping it under something. Like I said, Mars is a spicy planet and squares can kind of bring tension, so be very mindful of any anger or aggressive, impulsive reactions you might kind of feel like you take under this transit. It might be easier for you to have like a knee-jerk angry reaction. If you can, take that energy and work it into like channeling it constructively, you'll definitely feel more energized and vitalized under the Mars Aries transit. Just make sure that you're being careful that you're not overworking yourself. If you have Virgo or Scorpio sun, Mars is going to be transiting in conjunct your natal sun. An in conjunction happens when planets are 5 signs apart. In conjunctions are kind of awkward when it comes to aspects. They really don't bring any kind of like harmony or tension. The planets just kind of feel a little awkward and they don't really know how to act when they're this distance away from each other. So over the next 6 months under this transit, you may feel inclined to express creativity, but you may face a lack of like focus or motivation. You may find that you really have to like drag it out of you, or you're just not able to express it in the ways that you want. It's also possible that you may face some kind of big choice under this transit. What's most important for you under this transit is to definitely focus your efforts and remember what you're working towards. Remember what the goal is. You may be lacking in focus or motivation, but as long as you remember what your goal is and you keep diligently working towards it, you will be fine and you will get there eventually. Just be prepared maybe to like improvise a little bit and adjust your strategy as you're working toward that goal. Keep working toward it, but know that you may have to improvise. You may have to adapt. If you have Pisces or Taurus sun, Mars is going to be transiting semisextile your natal sun. Now what a semisextile is when the planets are just one sign apart. Semisextiles can be a little awkward since they're just right next to each other like that in the signs. They kind of feel like they don't know how to act. They're trying to like mingle at the party, but they just feel a little weird. Since it is related to the sextile though, it's the semisextile, it is considered harmonious. It's considered a softer aspect. Over the next 6 months, you can expect to have enough strength and energy to meet the challenges that you might have to face. Once you set your mind to something under this transit, it will get done. You have the energy to undertake these projects and to see them through. You just may not feel especially like flamboyant or expressive during this time. You just kind of want to get the work done. You have your, what is that? Your nose to the grindstone? Is that the saying? I'm gonna have to Google that. You're taking care of what's really important. You know what you need to put your time and energy into, and that's what you're focusing on. If you have Leo or Sagittarius sun, Mars is going to be transiting trine your natal sun. Trines happen when planets are 4 signs apart. What I love about trines is they're so easy to remember because it's just the elements. You take each of the signs and you group them by elements, and those are the trines. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all the fire signs together. Terrifying and chaotic. So you have all this fire energy going on for the next 6 months. You're definitely going to be feeling more courageous, more assertive. It's possible you may be experiencing some competition and you may feel motivated to prove yourself. Things are definitely going to pick up for you and start moving at a faster pace. So be ready to harness your talents and use your strengths to your advantage. Pursue your passions. This is a good time to release inhibitions. Don't be negative with yourself. Really lift yourself up and boost yourself and know you can do it. You have what it takes. This is a really good transit to do something that takes guts. If you're feeling that extra courage, definitely take advantage of it. If you have Libra sun, Mars is going to be transiting opposite your natal sun. An opposition happens when planets are 6 signs apart. Now, an opposition is considered what's called a hard aspect. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be like bad or scary. It just means that there might be a lot more obstacles coming up for you that you have to face and overcome in order to make yourself stronger and wiser. It says these are chances for you to build character, you know? You gotta Bob Ross it. So having Mars and the sun in an opposition over the next 6 months for you, definitely expect to maybe be going on your own and blazing your own path right now, breaking away from groups and kind of just wanting to focus on yourself. You're very focused on your own will and what you want to do under this transit. You may also be feeling this determination to start projects and finish them, since oppositions are about creating work and making you work for things. Since oppositions can have a lot of tension, you just have to be careful of any angry, impulsive reactions you might have. Be careful not to take like any disagreement or like any other point of view besides yours as like a personal attack. When Mars opposes our sun, the sun is how we express ourselves, and having an opposition there, having that tension, it can just make us kind of crabby, can make us a little grumpy and more easily riled up, if you will. Can also make you more accident prone, so be careful. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will definitely be doing more videos like this coming up. It's helping me a lot to learn more about aspects, and I think also it'll help you guys to learn about aspects, so everybody wins. As always, if you have questions, feel free to email me or message me. I look forward to talking to you guys and working with you guys and making more friends. The friends that I've already made are super cool. I love talking to them. So yeah, and speaking of friends, you should tell your friends about me. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. Go check me out. Check out my other videos if you like this one. I just recently hit 25 subscribers and I can't believe it. Love to stay and hang, but I gotta blast and film more videos. I gotta see if this video, I might have to refilm this one for all I know. We're gonna hope not. Love you, bye!